Hey there guys, this is Flamesaron, aka YouTube's Toscan. This is the 26th episode of the Wheneverly Update. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I say that every single time too. It's like, wow, it's been a really long time. Geez, it sure has been a really long time. Oh man, it's been forever. It's like, we get it, just move on. That's what you guys are thinking, right? By the way, sorry I didn't do a episode of the River City Ransom EX Let's Play. I had my history midterm and a bunch of tests on Monday, so I decided to kind of just take the week off and do some other things. But yeah, did pretty good on those, so I'll probably have time to do more vids, and I'll definitely pick it up this week. I feel like I'm just gonna have to bear the whole audit because I figured out how to get it working, but even then it's still out of sync sometimes. So at this point I'm just like, oh, whatever. If I get a good enough microphone, I'll probably opt to recording my commentary and the game footage at the same time, like using Fraps or Cam Studio or something. Probably Fraps, but that'll be at like a different time. I guess I'll start with anime. Been watching Saint Seiya and the Lost Canvas. I'm kind of getting to Saint Seiya now. It's not bad. I'm just trying to picked it up a while ago. I'm kind of taking it like in little chunks. Like it feels like it's lasting an eternity, and it's only a 26 or 20 something episode long anime. I think it's an OVA series, which I find kind of weird considering it is not only episodic, but it has like such a higher episode count. I don't know, I always looked at OVAs as being something shorter. I mean, heck, Fantasia was only 4 episodes. Of course, the Symphonia one, that's probably going to end up being like, what, 20-something episodes? Not really sure. But yeah, this is pretty good. And there was a scene in the beginning where these kids are beating up a dog, and then the main character, Tenma, the guy with the brown hair, he comes in and kicks the guy in the face. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, that guy's instantly my favorite character now, because I don't really like nor have any tolerance for that kind of doggy abuse. I don't want to say animal abuse because it's really just dogs, mainly puppies even. Like, it's weird. I don't know. It's probably because I've had my 2 dogs, Charlie and Lily, for a while, so I don't know, that's probably had something to do with it. But as far as the anime club goes, one show in particular they showed us, I don't know its full name, so I'm just going to call it Ohana, which, pretty interesting. It's about a group of friends. Over time they kind of split apart, but then they kind of come back together. That's essentially what the plot's going to be about. And when you see it for the first time, you can tell already they're going to make up, but I mean, at that point it doesn't really matter. I mean, at that point you just got to kind of learn to kind of enjoy it for what it was. And, we haven't watched the entire thing yet, and I don't think we're going to. It was just kind of something that our VP showed us. What goes on is, like, we usually watch just like a random show, and then we do our ongoing, and this semester rather, we've got 2. But yeah, and on Ohana, it was pretty good, actually. From what I saw, it almost made me cry, too. Like, it's got a little bit of a plot twist to it. Not really a twist, but I mean, they kind of hint at something. They kind of like reveal some stuff about like why the friends split up, and in the end, it's one of those scenarios that unfortunately some group of friends have to deal with, but at the same time, or not really at the same time, but it's just kind of sad. For those of you who've seen it, you probably know what I'm talking about. It makes me think about my group of friends and whatnot. We don't really have that kind of problem. We haven't really drifted apart yet, and hopefully we won't. At least not until we're adults, where we have other lives to attend to. But even then, I still want to keep in touch with everybody. But that's that. And as far as the 2 ongoing series. We've been watching Dance of the Vampire Bund, which it's okay. I mean, it's a Funimation dubbed show, and you know, it's one of those shows where they have like an interesting. I don't know. I've gotten to where like I really like there's certain female characters, like those characters that like show off like the like I guess the only way I can really describe is like they've got this like intelligent, like confident air around them, like almost to the point to where they're probably arrogant or egotistical, but in a I just really like those kind of female characters. Yeah, I just find them really interesting. And Mina from Dance of the Vampire Bund, she fits that bill. She's not like Holo from Spice and Wolf, but she's still pretty interesting, and you know, she's one of those main characters who kind of just outdoes everybody in like different ways, and it's also one of those stories, one of those animes where the lead girl has like this super mega crush essentially on the main character, which I just don't like it because I feel like it's a little unrealistic, and I know I'm like the last person to ever say that, but I don't know. I feel like at this point it's just kind of annoying, but I mean, I still enjoy it. I think it's pretty short too. And yes, they do kind of. One thing I also liked about the show is that they kind of poked fun at like the fact that so many shows that so many different like vampire things, they kind of like, oh, it's not good because they don't follow the vampire rules and things. Well, the reason why they don't follow the vampire rules, literally like